Hello, hello, hello. It's time for the monthly readings for the earth signs for the month of June. For those of you who are new to my readings and you're not familiar with, the way my readings work, I'm going to go over that real quick. We have the partner's energy on this side, the energy of the earth sign on this side, and then the energy of the connection or relationship in the middle. When I'm saying partner, it doesn't have to be a committed relationship. It's just whoever you're coming to this reading about. I'm talking about who you're talking about. Okay, so it's just whoever's on your mind, whatever connection you're seeking the clarity on. Remember, we are doing the energies ahead, okay? So this is for the month of June. This is just breaking down how the energies are playing out, what's going on with both people throughout the month, and just where we're seeing things headed, okay? And how we can make June a better month. That's one of the bigger things with my work is I'm all about creating your life, and understanding what is molding your life and your relationships and changing what you need to change in order to get the results that you desire. Because for me, that's what it's all about, results. Okay. For those of you who are a little adept in spiritual knowledge, then you understand that we're creating our reality, and destiny is not written in stone. Okay, we can make choices that bring us closer to our true path, or we can make choices that kind of pull us a little off track. So free will is always there. So that's why these readings are helpful for navigating yourself and getting where you really want to be. Let's go ahead and get started. And let me say this also, my readings work for sun, moon, and rising, and you can use them all kinds of ways. Okay, you use them the way you need to use them. Okay, so if you're an earth sign and this is your sun sign, you can watch it the first time as your sun sign, you being the sun sign, and then the partner being the person you're thinking about. But then if this is your partner's moon sign or rising sign, you can go through and watch all of your sun, moon, and rising as yourself, and then them, the partner. And then you can go and watch your partner's sun, moon, and rising as them being this person and you being the partner. And they'll work either way. Okay, you'll gather information either way. They're divinely inspired. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to read off the energies. The overall energy for the month of June, earth signs, is clarity of belief. Okay, the energy for the partner is we have nurture, observe, and blossom. For you, earth sign, we have spread your wings, love, and refusing to see. And for the energy of the connection, we're crowned with trust. They're sending towards you, teach. You're sending towards them, simply love. Okay. Now, what I'm getting is this person is really thinking about getting grounded and nurturing themselves a little bit more, being more. This is kind of, thinking about the lighter, brighter, sunnier aspects of life. Maybe taking a lighter, brighter disposition within themselves, looking at what they can give, being a little more grounded maybe than they were in the past, so that they can express themselves. I'm getting the bigger thing for this partner is really self-expression. Okay, that's where a lot of their energy is this month. They're wanting to express themselves, they're wanting to discover more of themselves. And they're really putting a lot of thought into that, you know, looking at maybe how in touch or out of touch with themselves they truly are. And they want a new beginning. You know, it's kind of like there's this energy between the two of you at the beginning of the month that is like this person is wanting to nurture things, work, nurture themselves, and have that nurturing, gentle, tender, kind energy to give in order to create a new beginning. They're wanting to hold on to the connection, to the relationship. And they're wanting to embrace their individuality. They're wanting freedom. They're wanting to step out of the box. They're wanting to open the gates. They're really wanting to, you know, kind of break free and go for it. And you're kind of sending an energy towards them like, come on, baby. Like your arms are open and you're wanting them to go ahead and make that leap for themselves. You're wanting that for them. You want that freedom for them. You know, they're trying to see some things that maybe they couldn't see before. Yeah, they're wanting to kind of break out of the box. They're wanting to be free. They're wanting to grab hold of their emotions. They're wanting more emotional intelligence. That's what I'm getting. They want more emotional intelligence. They want to understand themselves better, understand their emotions, how to navigate emotions, how to go deeper emotionally. And they're wanting that. They have it in them and they're wanting that. They're wanting this new beginning in things emotional. This person is kind of coming from a really emotional place. There's a part of them that is really emotional. Yeah, but they may be kind of trying to come across or put themselves across as if they have control of their emotions. That may be kind of how they're presenting themselves. And it's like for them, you know, they're really working on dealing with the messages that they're getting intuitively. This person does have a lot of intuitive ability or psychic ability. You know, they're really able to kind of tune in to the deeper levels of things. So this is where they're drawing this energy from, to be able to have this new beginning, realizing that they need to set themselves free, realizing that, you know, they need to embrace this nurturing side of themselves in order for them to grow. This is helping them to get a grip on their emotions, and to grow in emotional intelligence, being smart about their emotions, understanding their emotions, and even the emotions of others. They're seeing kind of where they need to be, and that's what they're working through. And this person is really, they're thinking kind of heavy. Not heavy as in like in a bad way, like negative heavy, but like a lot is what I mean by heavy. You know, they're thinking a lot. And they're trying to see things from different angles. They're trying to look at things from every possible angle. They're really thinking a lot about seeing things clear and making sure that they have the full picture, the full perspective. And they want to do that before they're communicating anything. It's like they want to be clear and see things from all angles before they communicate anything. Yeah, and it's because like they don't want to mess things up. It's like they don't want to say something that's gonna mess things up. That's what I'm getting. So it's like they want to be clear, but it's really about self-expression. There's something, it's like this person is working to kind of gather some things for themselves so that they can express something. They have something they want to express. But it's like they want to be looking at everything. They want to have new awareness. They want to be coming from a true and authentic place. And it's like they don't want to play that card before they're ready to. They don't want to play that card of saying something before it's right, before it's really what they want to say, before they're sure they have a clear picture, because they just don't want to mess things up, like being quick to kind of, jump the gun or to shoot. It's like they want to be very careful with the hand that they're dealt, with the hand that they feel that they hold. And they don't want to just, shoot for craps and just roll the dice. They want to play their card the best way possible. This person is kind of coming from a place where, I'm really getting like this person wants to be stable. They don't want to look at things in a sense with rose-colored glasses where they see only what they want to see. That's what they're trying to see. They want to make sure that they're seeing things as they really are, and they're seeing things really clearly. They don't want it to be a situation where they're just seeing things, how they want to see them, when in actuality that's not the case. So that's why they're being really careful in their actions. They're like right there where they want to say something, they want to play that card, but they don't know if they want to go ahead and do it just yet, because this person is kind of trying to work through just a lot of tapestry in their mind. They're trying to work through a lot of thoughts. Just their mind is a little bit scrambled. They may be thinking 10 miles 10 miles a minute, and they're trying to really gather their thoughts and make sure that their thoughts are clear before they say anything. This person really, really wants to be clear. And I'm getting that this person is wanting to grow right now. They're kind of focused on their growth. They're realizing that they hold their ability to grow in their own hands. They're holding a lot of the power in their own hands. And so, but they have some duality in their mind that may be preventing their growth or slowing it down a bit. And they're wanting to look at that. This is why they're really trying to get clear. I'm really getting that this person is very, very, very focused on getting clear. Yeah, they're wanting, so they're actively working in their life to put things together. It's like they want to put the pieces of the puzzle together. They want to create the bigger picture. They don't want to just look at one piece of the puzzle and then act based on that or make decisions based on that. They want to look at the entire thing. They're not taking things lightly. That's what I'm getting. They're not taking things lightly in their life, their decisions, what they say. They're not taking things lightly at this time. It's like they're putting together the pieces of the puzzle on how they're going to reach for this new beginning that they want. how they're going to make that happen, and you know what they're going to do to create that. And they're wanting to, you know, they're growing. This person is growing in their ability to, you know, have a new beginning. At one point, this new beginning that they wanted may not have been possible for them because they didn't feel free enough. But now they're feeling like it's possible, and they're reaching for it, and they're putting the pieces together of how they're going to make that happen. Yeah, they're waiting on their ship to come in. They kind of believe that it's going to happen for them. That's how they feel. And they're waiting on their ship to come in for them to express themselves. And then I kind of get a really strong energy, a message that's kind of coming through, like this person is waiting to hear something from you. They're waiting to feel like you've totally come in, you're totally there. Yeah, it's like they're waiting on that. They're waiting on it to come in. This month I'm really getting is really about getting clear mentally and transforming yourselves in some ways in order to be able to trust. I'm getting that the bigger issue here in this connection is trust. Whether it's not trusting yourself to make the right decision, to know a good thing when you see it, or whether it's not trusting the other person, not trusting the connection, not trusting the universe that is going to bring about things in the best way possible, not trusting the process, like whatever it is. The issue here for the month of June is trust, and changing within yourselves and doing the transformation that needs to occur for you to be more in touch with your own truth and what it is that you want, so that you're able to move into a place of trusting. And that's for both of you. I'm getting that. Yeah. And see, this person, this is definitely a trust issue, because this person is kind of like they're waiting on their ship to come in because they feel like they need the facts. Okay. This is why they're trying to get so clear, and why they're spending so much time in their mental space and trying to figure things out. It's because they don't trust. They want all the facts. They want the security. And when you need that security where you have to know, and it's because you're not trusting yourself to know, to follow what's, you're not trusting your heart to follow what's in your intuition, what you really feel, what your heart is telling you. You're not trusting the universe to bring it about. It's just the lack of trust and having faith. And so when we don't trust, you know, we need facts. And that's kind of what's going on with this person. It's like they're looking at things from a very 3D physical type of perspective, what they can taste, touch, see, smell, hear, you know, what they consider real. And they're not seeing the connection between the things that you taste, see, smell, hear, touch, and what is going on inside of you on a deeper level, intuition wise and heart wise, and how those things are connected, and how your intuition is always trying to guide you to the best things that you can see, taste, hear, smell, and touch. So that's kind of the issue with this person, why they may not be moving or making any movements, why they may not be playing that card that they have and moving in towards that new beginning that they want, and really setting themselves free. And spending so much time trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together and thinking through things, so much so that they're paralyzed. And it's all because of a lack of trust. Okay. So this is like about them getting faith and getting clear in their faith and having trust. When I look at your energy, Earth sign, I'm really getting some duality. Like that's the bigger thing for you this month, is duality, trying to get out of duality and into stability. That's the bigger issue for you. That's where your trust factor comes in at. It's like you're going to have to get out of duality and into stability before you can get clear enough on what you believe in order to trust and leap. The things are kind of playing out the way that they're playing out this month to see if you guys are going to leap, if you're going to trust enough to leap and take that leap of faith. So you are kind of in some type of duality where you don't know how to proceed forward. It's like you're waiting on this person to kind of come into your arms. You're wanting to walk your path, but you're feeling like you need a certain level of awareness. You're thinking about how much awareness you really need, how much you really need to know before you're able to just kind of spread your wings and fly and just leap with faith and walk your path. And there's a little bit of duality about if there really is a light at the end of this tunnel. Is walking this path really gonna lead to, is there really a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow? That type of thing. And there's a lot of thought going into that. And so I'm getting that duality is causing you to wear a mask a bit, where you're not fully revealing everything with yourself right now. And it's just because of that duality and not knowing if there's really a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So then that's kind of preventing you from offering maybe the extent of what you really want to offer. It's like you're trying to be really creative in how you offer your love, how you offer your nurturing, affection, attention. And it's just because of the duality, the being of two minds, not being solid in any one way of thinking. But I'm getting that a lot of you are offering a lot of tender energy, love, nurturing, kind type of energy. You may not be offering it to the full extent that you really want to, but you're offering it. You're offering it. A lot of you are offering it as a gift, as a sacrifice, which is, you don't want to do it as a sacrifice. You always want to make sure that it's what you truly desire. And you're, for a lot of you, your desire is to grow, and you're offering this love for your own growth and expansion, for you to expand in your capacity and ability to love, and to help nurture this other person, to love them and give to them as like an act of generosity. But for a lot of you, it's coming from, you're having this duality based on judgments that you're making. Okay, that's what I'm seeing as the problem here. Maybe ways that you're judging yourself about what you should give or shouldn't give, how much of a mask you should wear or shouldn't wear, how vulnerable and open you should really be, how much you should really give. You're making a lot of judgments, maybe even about what this person deserves, or don't deserve, so it's like that is the issue, the deeper issue for you when it comes to what you want to offer and what you don't want to offer. So a lot of you, though, are going to be overcoming these judgments and healing things within your heart that is going to expand your ability to give, your ability to love unconditionally. Because the thing about unconditional love is it's only unconditional love when it's no longer a sacrifice, when it's just a desire and there's nothing, there's nothing that you really need back from it. You just don't need it. It's not that you're being self-sacrificing. You just don't need it. You're giving from a place of abundance. That's the difference. And so for a lot of you, I'm getting that you're really thinking about this love in a more stable way, where you're wanting to hold on to this person, but you're wanting it to be in a stable way. You're wanting to honor the energy or the connection that's between the two of you. But you're really in a place where you're wanting things to be stable. You don't want it to be airy fairy and just, all over the place. Like, you really want it to be something solid and stable. And you're thinking about this situation from a much more stable place than maybe you had in the past. And because you're thinking about it from a much more stable place, you don't feel rushed or like you have to do anything. You're getting a lot more patience, a lot more ability to kind of sit back and relax. And it's like you have the love on the table, but you want something from them. You're wanting to hear something from them. And I'm seeing an issue here where you're both like waiting on something from the other one. That's a little bit of a problem because that shows a lack of trust, a lack of trust maybe in your ability to choose and to choose the right love and make the right decisions, inability to trust the universe, to trust your intuition that you're being led to the person you're supposed to be led to. So this is what's causing that energy. So I'm getting that you guys could kind of, stagnate in the third dimension, based on that, because of this underlying trust issue. Somebody's going to have to trust. And ultimately you're both going to have to trust. But if both people are not trusting and are waiting on something, then nothing happens, nothing moves. Okay. So I'm just really getting that. But for you, I'm getting that it's a good thing. I'm really getting more so that the partner is needing to kind of take some action, and that's going to be their leap of faith for them to trust and overcome their issue. But for you, it's more so that this waiting is a bit of a stability thing for you, where it's just coming from more of a stable place within yourself and not feeling like you need to act or you need to do anything. You still want to be open if you feel led to do something within yourself. You want to be open to doing that, but you don't want to feel like you have to do something or rushing yourself if you're just not feeling it. Yeah, because you're coming from a more stable place within yourself, and you're trying to be more grounded. You're really focused on stability. So you are not sure what you want to do. This is like indecisive type of energy. You're waiting to hear something from them that will help you make a decision. It's like, what really should I do here? You do feel a sense of loyalty to this person, or some type of sense of a bond of some sorts, but you really don't know what you want to do with it. Yes, you're feeling like you don't have the knowledge or the information, or what you need to be able to be clear and sure of what you want to do. And the issue for you there is like really getting some new perspective on things, realizing that it's more about your own freedom and your freedom to act according to your own desires and will, than it is about you know, it's like this trust thing where it's like you have to get in the perspective that this is about you. This is about your own internal freedom. This is about your own decisions, your own wants and desires in life. What you want to happen, not what somebody allows to happen or what somebody else is telling you, what you need somebody else to tell you in order for you to be free enough to take whatever steps or actions you want to take. You know, it's about your own freedom and seeing things from that perspective, from a higher perspective, and not just one drowning in emotion, but one from your own internal stability and your own inner freedom. So getting rid of a lot of the judgments is really about you just freeing yourself and getting free to move how you want to move without judgment or fearing judgment from others or judging yourself for doing it, or being afraid of how they're going to judge you. It's about your internal freedom. And it's really about, you know, getting that into perspective. This dualistic type of thinking that you have, where it's like seeing things from a judgmental place, then seeing things from an internal freedom place. It's like this back and forth is kind of keeping you from, it's like making it where you have your back turned to the light, okay? Where it's making you have like kind of a stubborn, rigid thought process that doesn't allow you to be free. It's a thought process that makes it where you can only see what you see and not what's really there. It's kind of making it hard for you to see things clearly. And because you can't see things clearly, it's affecting your expression of love, your expression of support. It may make you feel like you're being burdened when you're really not, or you may be burdening yourself when you shouldn't be. Maybe burdening yourself about things with this situation that you shouldn't be. That's all coming from this dualistic mindset and not seeing things clearly, not truth. It could be making you feel like you have everything in the palm of your hands, or everything like you already have it in your hands. When there's still new understanding that you need to have. Yeah, this is like the way you're thinking in this dualistic mindset. You may feel burdened and not want to be supportive because you don't really see what you really have in your hands because of a lot of your judgments or strict beliefs about things. So it may be causing you to kind of contain yourself in ways that you shouldn't. To maybe not express. I'm really getting, for some people, this may be a small number of people, but I'm really getting a message of not wanting to express your own sadness, anger about the situation because of not wanting to burden this other person. And that's making judgments against yourself, like being angry or being sad or being hurt is wrong. But that's still a way of where you're containing yourself because you're still not being authentic. It's still a mask. And then when I look at the energy of the connection itself, It's like this connection has infinite possibilities if both people could learn to trust. That's what I'm getting. The potential here is just infinite, boundless, beyond imagination if both people could get over their own internal trust issues. For this person, it's about learning how to trust themselves so that they can have inner freedom, being dedicated to their freedom, to themselves, being loyal to themselves. I'm getting that this person has to learn to trust themselves so they can be more loyal to themselves and not betray their own truth, their own desire, what's really going on inside of them. Sometimes they betray that and they're not loyal to themselves. And it's because they don't trust themselves. So when they feel something, they don't trust it. So they go against themselves and betray themselves in that way. And it's like they're learning how to create a foundation within a connection or relationship where both people are going in the same direction. And them learning to be more loyal to themselves and trust themselves is causing them to kind of see things in a way that's more like the way you see things. It's like that's the thing that they were missing, to be able to kind of have a shared perspective. And they're beginning to get that. They're beginning to see that through them being more loyal to themselves and learning how to trust themselves. It's like it's automatically leading them into a path that it brings about, there's some kind of unity between the two of you because of that. I'm getting that for you, it's about you getting stable with the whole idea of pure love, unconditional love. It's like you have to trust that. You have to trust your heart. You have to begin to trust that. That's the issue for you, where it's like you can trust the knowledge that you have of unconditional love and get rid of the judgments, like not feeling like you're stupid or judging yourself for unconditional love. It's going to take trust in order for you to do that. Like you're going to have to learn to trust your heart, that it's not leading you to be stupid and things like that. And that is where it brings you into balance. That's where it makes it where you and this person can really be in a balanced place with each other, where there's really harmony. That's what brings about the victory and success, where you actually, I'm getting, it kind of leads you to what you really want. Yeah, it kind of leads you to what you really want. Now I'm going to pull a card from the Romance Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. And what I get from this is like, it's time to go deeper into the connection. It's time to get away from the world. It's time to disconnect from 3D judgments and beliefs, the tapestry of the mind and the facts, and, you know, the whole intellectualizing everything. It's like, it's time to retreat from all of that and go into the connection. And you go into the connection by simply going into yourself. You know, in having the connection with yourself, you get to experience what your connection with someone else really is. But you can't do that if you're in your mind, because your mind is not yourself. So being connected to your thoughts is not connecting you to you, because you're not your thoughts. You know, going into yourself and getting away from being connected to the judgments, what should be, how things should be, and what this means and what that means, all of these definitions and judgments, that is keeping you from being connected to yourself. Because what is your truth? Even if there's this rule that says this, or you should or shouldn't do this, what if within yourself, when you're connected to yourself, who you are is a person who does this or XYZ? You know what I mean? So then you're not being connected to yourself. So then you can't feel where you're really connected to the other person. Okay, so it's time for both of you to get away from being connected to other things outside of the connection. Get connected with yourself so that you can get back to the truth of the connection with each other. Okay, now I'm going to take a look at what is blocking things. Like, what is the biggest thing that needs to be overcome, or the biggest factor hindering things for you for the month of June? I feel like June is a really big month for soul connections, for transformation, and a lot of things coming about. That's why I really recommend, guys, that you tune in on Sunday to the show that I'm going to be doing. The information for that is in the description box. Tune in. It's going to be on understanding the twin flame dynamic, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to bring a lot of clarity, a lot of healing, a lot of growth. It's going to remove a lot of blockages, a lot of things that are standing in the way. And a lot of people are going to get free. A lot of people are going to really get free. So, you know, I really hope that, you know, you'll be there and tune in. What's the stability is being blocked here. The ability for this connection to get on a stable ground where it's reciprocal and the giving and receiving is going back and forth like it should. That's the biggest thing, the biggest hindrance, or the biggest problem, the biggest block with this connection. Like one person is struggling to give and one person is struggling to receive. That's what I'm getting. So of course that's going to be a problem. Of course that's going to be a problem. Where it's kind of like where one person is struggling to give and one person is struggling to receive. It's like the person that's giving is having a hard time giving because of the way the other person has a hard time receiving. And then the other person is having a hard time receiving because of the way the other person is struggling to give. So it's like a cycle, a problem that is, it's like if one of them could overcome their problem, the other one would too. Because it's a problem that can't really run on itself. Run on its own. It's like they both are contributing to this problem. And so the minute one stops contributing to the problem, it's like then the problem, can begin to alleviate itself. Yeah. And see, this issue with this stability and both not being able, one being not able to give, struggling to give, and the other one struggling to receive. And when I say struggling to give, that could very well be the person who's gave a lot. It's not that they struggle to give like they're stingy. They struggle maybe with judgments about their giving. Okay, so they struggle with giving the way they really want to give and with their authenticity in giving. And the other person may struggle with receiving, not in that. And see, these issues are on a deeper level. It's not going to be what it looks like. It's kind of like it's showing the deeper level of instability within themselves and their own authenticity and who they are and what they desire. That's the deeper issue. So it's like causing them both to be constantly thinking and feeling chained. They don't feel free. They both feel chained in some type of way, because of this lack of stability within themselves. That's what's really causing their entrapment. It's not the other person. It's not the connection. It's not the situation. It's their connection to themselves. So if a person wants to give but they have judgments about what that means, then they're not going to give the way that they want to. So then they're not being true to themselves, and that's going to be a problem. So then they feel entrapped in some kind of way because they can't give the way they want to, and they may be blaming it on the other person when the truth of the matter is they can't give the way that they want to because they have a certain belief about giving like that. And they could get rid of the belief and they'd be fine. But it's like both people are getting stuck in this place of constant thinking and waiting on the other person and anticipation, because they both will have to, break free from their own issue with being able to give or receive. And it's really about this, what it's really about moving forward and to make things better and clear things up. It's really about getting to a place of completion within themselves when it comes to this constant anticipation and them just getting up and being fully authentic instead of being halfway authentic and halfway true to themselves. And that's being caused by them making things heavier than what they have to be. And they're both doing it. they're making things heavy. They're making it a big deal. They're making it so hard. And they're doing that within themselves. It's like, it's easy. Make it light. Okay. If you want to give, make it light. If that's what you truly want to do. Okay. Not because you need something, not because not because you're coming from a place of lack where you're giving love to get love. And the only way you can feel love is to give love. That's not coming from the right place. I'm talking about if you're coming from a place of abundance where you have so much love in you for yourself, for the world around you, that you like to give it out, that you want to share that love with someone else, and you just want to give it as like generosity. Make that light. Like, why is that a big deal? Why is it so heavy? Why does there have to be all this judgment about it? Why does it have to be this heavy thing? For the person receiving, why does it have to be this heavy thing in terms of you loving yourself enough to let yourself have a good thing? Why does that have to be? Why make that so much heavier? It's like both of you really need to just stop and witness what is really going on here. Stop and pay attention to what is really going on here, and just observe. Observe yourself, observe the situation, and then act accordingly. Act according to what you truly observe within yourself. Okay, so that will help you move forward, and that will clear out a huge blockage for the month of June. Okay, so that's your reading for the month of June, earth signs. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Guys, I want to say I appreciate all you do to support me. I can't always comment back all the time, but I'm seeing you. I love you. I'm grateful for you. And remember, if my work resonates with you, join on Patreon. Go over to Patreon and support on there. And just for $1 a month in the Divine Tarot Love Club, you get a monthly twin flame reading posted there, and then other readings depending on which level you pledge. And also remember, guys, if you pledge and your charges do not go through, you get blocked. Okay, so you guys want to pay attention to that. If your payments aren't processing, you will be blocked. You will not be able to access any more information on Patreon. So other than that, for those of you who are already in the Divine Tarot Love Club, remember you have to sign in to go see the readings that are there. And then, guys, be there for the radio show this Sunday. The information is in the description box below. Be there and listen in. It's going to be some really powerful, dynamic information. And you really don't want to miss it. If you're serious about your journey, if you're serious about your love life, if you're serious about understanding yourself, if you're serious about you manifesting the true love and the love and relationship you really desire, then you need to be there. Okay. So thank you guys so very much. Love, love, love you guys. Have a fabulous day. Mwah.